Let's learn MuleSoft. Today we will learn about session variables in MuleESP. Session variables are tied to a message for a complete life cycle across multiple flows. Session variables cannot cross HTTP connector, but they can cross VM connector. Create two Mule flows. First message flow should invoke second flow over some transport barrier such as HTTP or VM. With this, we can investigate the propagation of session variables to and from the two variables with respect to each transport barrier. See the flow on screen where two variables are created, one flow variable, two session variable. Before we create and invoke the second flow, let's first test the first flow. See response on browser. We created this second flow as shown on screen. When we invoke it browser, all variables passed in will be null. Next, we invoke the second flow from first flow using HTTP connector. I still notice that no variables were passed into the second flow. Flow variables, session variables got logged as null. With this, we have proved session variables don't propagate over HTTP transport. Next, let's test the same with VM transport. Using VM input connector, we create flow 04. We invoke flow 04 from flow 03 using VM output connector and queue path as shown on screen. Our test is complete. Test proves that VM connector. Our test proves that using VM connector, session variables can pass through multiple flows, but flow variables are not passed through. Virtual machine VM connector handles intra-app or inter-app communication through asynchronous queues that can be transient or persistent. Transient queues are faster than persistent queues, but they are not reliable in case of a system crash. Persistent queues are slow but reliable. When running on a single instance, persistent queues work by serializing and storing the contents onto the disk. When running in a cluster mode, persistent queues are backed by the memory grid. Using the VM module makes it easy to distribute the load across clusters. Either way, the transactions are always supported. Let me know in comments if you have used MuleESP in a cluster of more than 2 instances. Do you use HTTP load balancer or VM connector for load distribution? Reply in comments.